Hey everyone, so today I'm here with Keith. So today we're going to talk about Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
Which we literally just saw.
We just got home like a half hour ago. Not even.
About half an hour,
Yeah, so we're going to talk about it.
Wait, are we going to spoil things?
I was just going to ask you that.
Well, I'm asking you. I'm throwing it to you.
Are we going to spoil things?
I would say yes.
Yes?
Yes.
But not anything big.
No, you can spoil everything big. As long as you put that spoiler tag, we're going.
So, spoilers. So, if you don't want any Captain America 2 spoilers, click out of this video because...
you won't like it.
Yeah, we're going to really talk about everything. So, thoughts?
Well, let's start on predictions that you made. Including the fact that Peggy was totally in the movie.
Exactly.
And
I told him months ago that Peggy was going to be in the movie somehow and make an appearance to kind of guide Steve back, whether she's a ghost or she's old. And
I'm not gonna do a ghost.
And he argued with me like vehemently about it. And guess what? She was in the movie.
Twice. Young Peggy and older Peggy.
Exactly. Exactly. And while we're on the Carter family, I don't like who they had playing Sharon Carter.
She was fine.
Yeah, I know she was fine, but okay, IRP and the girl at IRP who does Sharon uses Billie Piper as her face claim.
Doesn't make any sense.
But I've been RPing with her for over a year now, so that's who I see whenever I see
it just doesn't make any
Agent
sense.
13.
I know, but it doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does.
No, I know from your perspective it does, but to use Billie Piper for somebody like Agent 13 just makes zero sense whatsoever.
Whatever. I like her.
I like her too. I'm a Doctor Who fan. You didn't even like Doctor Who.
He's my arch nemesis, but we're not going to get into that.
I think that was the only prediction we really made, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as who was going to be in the movie and who wasn't.
It. Oh, the only other thing that I wanted to see was kind of how they had Bucky remember he was Bucky in the comics. I kind of wanted that to happen in the movie, but it didn't.
Well, it did.
It did, but it didn't happen how it did in the comics.
No, but they do most things like they don't do things like they do in the comics.
Yeah, I know, but still. I kind of wanted that to happen, but it didn't. But I really liked what they did do.
Yeah, no, it was definitely good.
Because he started to remember, but he couldn't, like, put his finger on it, so they programmed him, I guess, and... yeah.
See, when they did that, when they said they were going to reprogram him, I thought for sure that he was just going to start destroying people.
That's what I thought.
The second he said, when Pierce said, freeze him again, reprogram him, and he kind of made that face, not Pierce, but, the Winter Soldier, I was like, he's going to destroy all of them. Because he's starting to remember, but then...
That's what I thought, but he just gladly took the little device so he didn't swallow his tongue, and he just let them do it. And I was like,
Part of the programming, I guess.
But he was really upset about it, though, because he was, like, shaking and crying. And
yeah, no, he was. Yeah, he was definitely starting to feel the effects of...
So, can we please, like, just talk about Natasha Romanoff in that entire movie?
She's so good. So good.
We all know that ScarJo is my girl crush. Like, if she came knocking on my door telling me to be a lesbian for her, I would gladly...
That'd be really weird.
I'd be like, okay, I'm ready. I'm done. I'm done with men. But... so in the movie, I noticed this when the trailer had come out, she has on a little arrow necklace, which kills my soul, because Clint, he's an archer. But she was so BA in that whole movie.
Yeah, she was really, really awesome.
Love her. And I love that her and Steve were bros in the movie because Scarlett Johansson and Chris Evans have acted in a bunch of movies together before.
Yeah.
And they're like bros in real life, so I was so glad when they did that.
Well, they play off each other really well.
They do.
Yeah, they're really good together.
I love them a lot.
Very funny movie, too.
It was.
I don't know if you heard, but the guy behind us was getting mad when people were laughing.
I heard that.
You heard him, right?
He was like, oh, well, because this is funny. Like, yes, it is funny.
Yeah, there were some seriously funny parts of that movie. This guy, I kept hearing behind me, like, saying things. And it's like, dude, they were clearly funny moments.
It was. And especially Anthony Mackie, who plays Falcon.
Yeah, he was good. He was so good.
I love him, though.
Yeah.
I love his other movies and stuff. So I really enjoyed him a lot. Like, a lot.
All the Marvel movies are funny, though.
They are, because they all had that kind of...
Well, I would say during the whole sequenced movies, not like the original Spider-Man movie or the original Fantastic Four movies. After that,
Yeah.
When they started, the phases.
Phase one.
Once the phase one started, then they started getting that comedic overtones. Or undertones, I guess.
Undertones. But it was really funny. I like Nick Fury in this movie.
Yeah.
You get to see a different side of Nick Fury. Like, you actually get to see him, like, doing stuff instead of just telling people what to do. You get to see that he's not just bossing people around. Like, he actually knows what he's doing. Which you always knew that, but to get to see it was pretty cool, too.
Oh, do you remember when he got shot and I leant to you and said, "Just seems familiar"? It reminded me of Coulson.
Yeah.
Yeah, right away. I was like, they're going to do a call. They do a Coulson.
Yeah.
He's gonna fake his own death so they can't go after him anymore.
But, okay, I noticed this. I don't know if you noticed this. Captain America, when they go into the elevator, they scan them, and they had the levels on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, Captain America was a level 8, which technically means he would get to know about Coulson, because Coulson was level 7 clearance, according to the first episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., because Natasha Romanoff is a level 6. And so is Clint Barnes.
Yeah, but that was when he overread the system, though.
No, because he walked into the elevator, and Nick Fury had level 10, and then it showed his face, and it said level 8, and then it says access denied, and then that's when Director Fury was like, override Director Nicholas J. Fury, or whatever.
He does know about Coulson, because they did kind of reference him in the movie, too.
I thought they did, too.
In the end, when they were at the gravesite, and he says, "You've done this before, haven't you?" So maybe he's like the only one that knows.
He might be. I wish they would have
addressed that a little bit. That's kind of a big part of this story.
Yeah. I liked also Hill. I like her, though, a lot.
She wasn't in it enough. I would have been happy if she was in it more.
Yeah, she did a couple of good things. Like, she got them all free when they were old.
She's clearly a huge badass. She should be in the movie more.
She should be. She should be on the show more.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I think she was wrapping up How I Met Your Mother, so there was scheduling conflict.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
So, there was that. What else?
Oh, I want to point out the Pulp Fiction reference.
Oh, yeah.
When they go to, when everybody's at the Nick Fury's gravesite, they have his name and everything, and underneath it, there is a direct reference to Pulp Fiction, the Ezekiel quote. There's a line from that. Awesome. Yeah. Really, really good touch.
He had a fanboy moment with the guy next to him.
I did. Guy I never met before.
It's like, oh, Lord. What else was there?
The after scenes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. So the after scene, they introduce Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, who are
twins,
who are going to be in Avengers 2. But I thought they did it really well of how they introduced them to kind of give them background.
And Loki's staff.
Oh, yeah, and Loki's staff was there. But I like that they do that because now when they show up in Avengers 2 and start having powers, it's not like from nowhere. Yeah. It's not like, well, what are these people doing?
Yeah, it was really cool because Quicksilver was in one box and he was kind of trying to go as fast as he could and obviously getting stopped by the box and getting kind of blown back a little bit, but he would just go immediately again. And then his sister was in the other room and she was manipulating these blocks, kind of making them float. And then right as it went to black, she disintegrated one.
Yes.
It's perfect.
And they showed the scepter. And then if you stay through the whole credits, you see, well, in the movie, they're at the Air and Space Museum, I think it was.
Yeah, well,
they have a whole Captain America exhibit. And you see that in the beginning of the movie, and they have like the, what is it, the Howling Commandos?
Yeah, Howling
and
Commandos.
They have like a whole thing about Bucky there. And at the end of the movie, you see Bucky looking at his like whole memorial thing.
There's a story on that plaque.
Yeah,
That's basically his whole story.
So basically you're left to kind of conclude at the end of the movie that he now remembers who he is, or he's trying to figure out who he was because he knows he wasn't the Winter Soldier.
And Black Widow gave Steve the whole folder about Bucky.
Yeah.
His whole history, including after he became the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, which, if you read the comics, you know that Black Widow and Winter Soldier have like that whole history in the Red Room together, which they kind of did allude to because she always knew who he was.
Yeah.
Even from the beginning, she knew that he was the Winter Soldier, he was a ghost, she couldn't find him or whatever. So they did allude to it, but they didn't really touch on it, and I'm kind of a little bit upset about that.
They could do it in the next Cap movie, though.
They could, but they won't. But if Bucky comes back, he can actually say like where he was and what happened, and then that's where Natasha.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. It just depends if they want to spend a significant amount of the movie doing that.
But you also have to remember, Black Widow's getting her own movie.
Yes.
Which is going to be out before Cap 3. So unless Winter Soldier makes a quick appearance in Black Widow.
I doubt he will, though. Unless it's an after scene. That'd be cool. If after the movie, she's doing whatever, and all of a sudden he shows up.
Yeah.
Or it's like you have something to explain or something like that.
Yeah. Because he thinks that Bucky is going to find Cap.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be the other way around.
And what we were talking about in the car was that he's going to, like, Avengers 2 is going to happen, and then he's going to come home from Avengers 2, and he's going to kind of be there.
Yeah. In a way, yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
In a much more
grandiose way. Falcon Talk about Falcon.
Oh, Falcon.
Falcon was really cool. Really well done. The wingsuit, perfectly animated, looked really cool.
Yeah. And it wasn't like hokey either.
No.
Because when I saw it in the commercials, I'm like, really? He's going to like flap his wings and that's how it's going to be.
Yeah.
But
the wings move, but they don't flap.
Yeah, but they did it really well because it's more like a jetpack than it is.
Yeah, but the wings do move to give him more lift, or, so.
There was a lot of references to other stuff, so, like, the extra scene, they had Loki's scepter. You see Stark Tower towards the end of the movie. They made they made a reference about Tony Stark when they were talking about the new helicarriers.
And Doctor Strange.
Yes.
There was a reference to Doctor Strange.
Yes.
As an enemy of Hydra.
Yeah.
Which is pretty awesome.
Oh, that's what we were talking about. How Hydra was like S.H.I.E.L.D. Okay, so the guy who was Red Skull's left-hand man, right-hand man, whatever the term is, he's now like a computer because S.H.I.E.L.D. enlisted him after the war. And
he helped them just develop a lot of really interesting things.
But what you find out is that it's really Hydra trying to shift into taking over. So everything that happened in terms of like big world events, you also see a lot of the stuff the Winter Soldier did. You also find out that the Stark's car accident isn't an accident.
Yeah.
Because that was all planned by Hydra, which completely blew my mind.
Yeah, I was not expecting that at all.
I slapped him in the middle of the movie.
She did.
I was like, what?
Which is very common.
Well, yeah, that happens a lot during movies. A lot. When else did I do that?
Avengers. That's when we coined the term Wolverine Knuckles.
My Wolverine knuckles. Because I have really bony...
She does. Extremely bony knuckles.
The only bony part of my body. Oh, I liked all the flashbacks that they did. They did one flashback with Steve and Bucky, and I thought that was really good.
Yeah, you really like the one when he goes back to the his training camp.
Yes.
You said like 5 times.
Oh my god, it killed my soul.
When he's looking up at the flag.
Okay, so they go back to where he was trained when he first was going to become Captain America. They go back to that camp and he sees the flagpole, so he has a flashback, but then the flashback like sees him. Oh.
Which is kind of weird. That kind of threw me off a little bit.
But it happened in the movie too. When he like stopped and like stared off.
Huh? Did he? I don't know.
Yeah, in the movie, in Captain America 1, he like stops and
I believe you because you're like, the movie
And that's when he said like, come on, let's go, fall in line. But he was actually just looking at the pole, but where Steve was standing, it looked like he was looking at
okay, I know what you mean now.
But, oh my god. I can't.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the Winter Soldier came on the screen, I was not prepared.
Yeah, it was pretty good. She gave the Holy Cross.
I was like, oh, Jesus.
That killed me. Oh, it's so funny.
I think the girl next to me hated me, but
She's pregnant too. She's probably moody.
She was a little nasty. Oh well. I can't. Sebastian Stan, I'm like in love with him. So like when all of my girlfriends are like freaking out over Chris Evans and Captain America, I'm just like, give me the Winter Soldier, please. So overall, excellent movie. I'm probably going to go see it 8 more times before it's out of theaters.
And Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man comes out May 2nd. That was shown. That looks really good. I didn't realize Paul Giamatti was Rhino.
Well, yeah. It's the Russian guy who's in the Rhino suit.
Yeah. I like Paul Giamatti though.
Yeah.
I liked him in Saving Mr. Banks.
Yeah, that was really cool because they showed an extended look and they showed the preview.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
And then Guardians looks awesome.
Oh, so good.
I love Chris Pratt, so I think that he's perfect.
No, he's good for Star-Lord. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah. And then they showed, it was kind of an extended preview too.
Yeah, they were good on the previews this time.
They showed a lot more of them actually fighting.
Yeah. Oh, and the Stan Lee cameo was, he was a worker. He was one of the security guards at the Captain America exhibit at the...
Yeah.
See, now when we go to the Smithsonian tomorrow, I'm going to be really upset.
He's just not there.
Exactly. Because we're going to go into DC tomorrow, or we'll have gone in already by the time this is up, so... We're going to go to all the places where they were. Because in the beginning of the movie, Falcon is running, and Steve keeps, like, lapping him, and he's like, on your left, on your left.
Yeah, that was really good, yeah.
He's like, don't say it! Good movie, though.
Yeah, excellent.
4 thumbs up. There you go, 4 thumbs up.
If I had 2 more arms, 2 more thumbs up. But I don't.
Yeah, really enjoyed it. They did it really well. And for me, okay, so we all know that I have this obsession with RD Jesus and Iron Man and all that. However...
This is crazy.
However...
Get ready for it.
I feel like I'm cheating. But this movie was a little bit better for me than Iron Man 3.
Whoa.
I can't. I mean, now it's not like Iron Man 3 is down here and Captain America's up here. It's literally like you can't even see how far apart they are because they're right on top of each other. But that's how epic it was.
I'd have to agree.
It was so good.
Excellent movie.
I wasn't expecting, I mean, I liked all the movies, but I've never been like hardcore into like Thor and Captain America. But Thor 2, same thing. I was like, wow, they did it really well.
No, they're really good movies. They know what they're doing. They clearly know what they're doing with these movies.
They do. You know what it is? I think because now they have the phases and they know what direction they're going in.
They clearly have it planned out.
Like, they haven't announced Avengers 3 yet, but they already know.
Of course. Yeah.
So I think they know what they need to do to get there, kind of thing. I think Avengers 3 is when everyone's going to come in. So everyone, like Winter Soldier, Falcon, everyone from Thor, I think they're all going to come for Avengers 3.
I guess it depends who the villain is.
They're going to make it someone good.
Yeah, I guess.
I think Loki will come back and be good for Avengers 3. I need him and Robert Downey Jr. to go back and forth as both of them being good. Because I would pay money to see that. Like, lots of money. Like, my entire savings account money. So, Marvel, you can have my small dwindling savings account if you do that. Not that they need it.
No, they really don't.
But, you know. Our review / let's talk about Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier. We hope that you enjoyed. And we hope that if you've seen it, you enjoyed it as much as we did. And if you haven't and you watched this for all the spoilers, I hope that you will now go see it.
Thank you for watching.
Yes. Goodbye.
Bye. See you next time.